Hello. Can you hear me, Nicole?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Steve, if you can type in the chat if you hear me or not, please. No audio. Okay. Well, I'm going to mute you again, Nicole. We're going to just do this the best we can because I think they're lagging behind a little bit. So, what we're going to do is we're going to have different topics, and you're just going to share your mind on it with Austin. And then I'm going to jump in, cut you guys off, and change the topic. And when I do, you guys have to be as fluid as you can and not stop talking. That's the goal. And whoever stops talking the most at the end will lose.
Oh,
So
okay.
the more your mouth is moving, the more points you get.
Okay.
All right. The first topic, you're going to have to tell Austin because it won't let me add him in. But the first topic is gas prices. Okay? You have to talk about gas prices.
Okay. Hello, Austin. I don't know if you can hear me, but I can't hear you. But you have to close the YouTube stack. Hello. Guess I will talk to myself about gas prices, huh?
What the?
This is annoying. Hi, Austin. How's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
It's not letting me show all three people in the stream. So let's just see. Like, what do you think about Be Live streaming service? Does it kind of suck?
About what was that? What do I think about what?
The Be Live streaming service.
Oh, I think it's great. I think it's great. Very
You think it's great, but they can't even
very,
hear us.
very redundant.
What do you use to stream?
Streamlabs.
Streamlabs, so you use OBS.
Yes.
But you don't have to like cut in between anything ever.
Well, I have a couple cameras set up. Usually one on my face. I like to have one on my hand sometimes for my keyboard. Then you switch between just the video or just the gameplay footage.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But no,
Can you can we get a looser close up? Thank you. Yeah. No, I let's see what Nicole has to say about what she uses to stream because I know she's getting into podcasting. We'll be right back with you, Austin. Nicole, we're talking about Be Live Studio,
Streaming.
and we're talking about how
Uh-huh.
we're talking about how difficult it is to use this.
Interesting. I've never really had to deal with this before. I've done some live stuff on like YouTube. Never really went well. I wasn't like my thing, so I didn't have to control it. So like this is actually new to me. I've never had to use something like this. I normally just when it comes to recording things that I'm gonna put out, it's strictly like audio. Like there's no images. So I've never had to deal with something like this.
I see. I see. What do you record with when you're doing your audio recordings?
It's a really good question. I really don't know the name of it. I forgot, which is weird because you would think I would know it, but I don't remember what it is because I just started not long ago.
Hmm. Well, what are you trying to do with it? You're trying to do a podcast, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, just recording stuff with friends, whoever really wants to be in it, just talking about whatever we want, basically.
That's nice. Well, Thank you. I'm going to switch topics and go to Austin now. All right, Austin, this is the next topic. It was supposed to be the first topic, but we had to talk about BeLive being really shady on us. So, what do you think? What do you think about gas prices? What do you buy gas?
I'm an avid consumer of gasoline, and I would say that these past few months have not been kind on my wallet. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it's always changing. It's always going up. You don't ever see it go down that often, but it's always going up.
So some people, they talk about gas prices and they relate it to the new presidency. What do you think about that? Do you think it's because of new deals we've been making as with our new cabinet, if you will?
Well, I think that there's a lot of different aspects that go into it. I think that, we make a lot of our own oil here in the United States, and there's been a lot of shutting down of that. So that's been making the prices go up. But there's also a lot of other factors that play into it. Like now I hear we're looking at getting more oil, foreign oil, and I think that is interesting. It'd be interesting to see how that reflects the prices of gas. But also, there's a lot of places right now that are having the lowest gas prices that they've ever seen, which is odd. It's all based on the area you're at and what's going on. And I think that I think it's like it's hard to predict anything.
Yeah, no, totally, for sure. All right, let me get Nicole in here real quick. Nicole,
Yes.
you're an actor. You're an actress.
I am an actress.
Talk to me about the most unsafe you've ever felt on set.
Most unsafe?
Yeah.
Oh. I really don't feel like I've had any real.
You can
I mean,
also do most uncomfortable if you want.
Okay, well, I wouldn't necessarily say unsafe or uncomfortable because I've been pretty fine for the most part when it comes to on sets. But when I was doing theater acting for some time, we don't have stunt coordinators all the time. So when it comes to doing things that you have to do, like fake fighting or falling or anything like that, we had no one really there to like guide us. It was kind of just like a do the best you can from the director. And so those I would say would definitely like the most uncomfortable for me or painful. I've definitely got some scars from being in theater because they would be on different platforms. And then there's one scene that I had done in a production where we had different levels. They weren't that high or different from each other, but there was a huge explosion. We all had to like fall, and they didn't really like tell us like exactly where we're landing. We had no cushion to land on, so we basically were just falling straight on the platforms. And there was one night I fell, and I fell off the platforms. I slid down all three and just kind of glided, and I cut my whole leg, and I was bleeding through my costume. So I would say that was probably one of the worst ones I've had ever done that I probably would not do again without knowing that it's safe and I won't actually get hurt. But I do have a nice gnarly scar from it. It's kind of
Yikes. That's pretty nice. Well, not nice, but it is an interesting story. So, all right, let's talk to Austin, ask him the same question. Austin, we're talking about the most unsafe or uncomfortable you've ever been on set.
Oh, great! I got a story for all of you. I was DPing a shoot that took place in Santa Maria. This was about a year and a half ago, and I showed up with so much equipment in my car. My car was full of equipment, and we got to this shoot, and we were waiting around for the director, and he finally showed up almost an hour after we were supposed to be there. We drove, 2.5 hours.
north, and we finally got there so early in the morning. It was five in the morning when we got there, and we were ready to start shooting. The director showed up. He didn't have any actors with him. The actors showed up 4 hours later. So it was basically me and the sound guy and the director walking around the location where we were shooting, which was this big riverbed, this big dried up riverbed that was about a mile wide, really, really dry sand, just overgrown. And he was taking us around this really sketchy abandoned house, and he was telling us stories about how when he was younger, he would go there and he'd get like threatened, and people would try to attack him and stuff. And so we're like, okay, let's steer clear of there. And little do we know that he was leading us directly into this house, this abandoned house. So we ended up going into this crazy house, and these people were in there. They were so shocked to see us, and to see us with all this equipment, all this gear. So after that, we started getting harassed by these people, and we ended up having to wait for the police department, one of the officers that we had talked to get the permit to show up, and so we could shoot there safely, which was
Yes.
very, very, very odd, a very odd experience. And at the end of the day, we ended up getting probably 5 minutes of footage. It was great. It was a great shoot, great day.
I think you beat Nicole, because anything with the police involved is definitely like something you want to probably steer away from.
Oh yeah,
And,
that's for sure.
And definitely don't go back to that place ever again. All right, next, our last round of questions. Let's see what Nicole's got to say. All right, Nicole, I think maybe you could have guessed what question I'm going to ask you, but I'm going to go ahead and ask you anyways. What is your favorite flavor?
Oh, ooh, that's a tricky one because there's a lot of flavors in the world that are just delicious. Ooh. See, I grew up in a Mexican household, so I would have to say spicy is my favorite flavor. I like a lot of spicy things.
Is
Normally,
spicy a
not
flavor or a
spicy.
temperature?
Okay, it's definitely not a temperature. I feel like it's definitely a flavor because you don't taste something and be like, and it's hot. You don't say, "Ooh, that's." Well, I guess maybe some people do say that's spicy.
No,
When things are
that's what
hot.
you do. That's what you do.
I do that. But spicy could be a flavor though, because like you put some hot sauce in something, that's a flavor, hot sauce, and I love to put. I gotta put my
Okay.
salsa on
I
everything.
guess. So you're saying
Definitely.
spicy is a flavor. That's a
Spicy
controversial
flavor.
take. We'll have to
It's
bring
like
that up
it's
to
like
the
a
board.
flavor, and then it's a way to you could also use it to describe stuff if you want. So it's like it's a multi-purpose kind of word if you think about it.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree, but I'll take it. Now, okay. Now, okay, let's tie a bow on this. What is your favorite spicy food to eat?
Spicy. Ooh, that's a little.
You're losing.
When it comes, there's not exact. Oh, actually, there's a very spicy food. I like Jamaican jerk wings. Jamaican jerk wings are very spicy. They make my nose run like crazy, but they are very, very delicious in my opinion.
So when you eat something spicy, it's not good unless like it's manipulating the way your body
The
is
way
heated
that
and
my
cooled
body
off.
Not exactly, but like there's a lot of times where people will be like, especially like my mom. My mom really can't handle heat, so she'll try something and be like, "This is spicy," and then I try it, I'm like, no reaction. It didn't really hit me, so I'm like, it's not that spicy in my opinion. But when I'm like
Mhm.
crying a little bit because it's really spicy, then I'm like, okay, this is considered spicy. But you don't want to do it so much where like your eyes are bloodshot red and you're like, I cannot do this. Like that's just too spicy. You just gotta have the
Right.
perfect spicy where you just need a tissue to kind of wipe your nose every second. And that's then you're good. That's a good amount of
Alright.
spice.
You gotta make kind of like Buffalo Wild Wings. They have like a temperature scale. You gotta make it like the Richter scale, but for like spiciness, and call it the
I
Nicole
mean, they
scale.
kind of do if you think about it. When you look at the menu, there's a little like thing on the
Oh,
side.
there is a
It, like,
measurement.
tells
There
you
is a
the
measurement
heat.
of that. There's a chemical that they measure.
Yeah,
But all right, thank you. I have to ask Austin now. You did good.
you're welcome.
It's actually referred to as
Austin.
the Scoville scale.
What? Oh, the Scoville scale.
Yeah,
I knew you were gonna know that. I knew you were gonna know that.
and
But, all right, you know what's coming. What's your favorite flavor, sir?
yeah, to answer that question, I was gonna say spice, but that last conversation with Nicole really opened my mind, and I think I'm gonna have to say I like that subtle tanginess. I like a subtle tang, a little bit of tang, but not a lot. You know, I don't like Miracle Whip at all. That's too tangy.
Miracle Whip has nothing to do with tanginess.
Oh,
Miracle
it has a
Whip-
lot to do with tanginess. I beg to differ. And
Okay, elaborate, please.
and now if it wasn't for how tangy Miracle Whip was, I probably would enjoy it. But it's too tangy, therefore, it really makes me step back. I have to take a step back. Tanginess, and so now I
Miracle
you know,
Whip isn't.
I might
tangy.
I
Okay,
retract my
let's-
statement. I retract my statement completely.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I like sort of an Italian feel, like a subtle Italian
You can't feel it. You can't feel a taste.
I feel a lot of tastes. I feel a lot of flavors.
All
You know, what is a
Choose-
flavor?
You have to choose one.
I choose subtle Italian.
Subtle Italian. It's not like a flavor. That's like a genre.
Well, so is
Like,
spice.
Like you could be like, I like. No, it's not. Yeah, spice is a genre, but we got it. We boiled it down to like jerk spice for her. So you have to do
Okay,
the same.
okay,
then.
all right. I like oregano. I love oregano. Get enough
Okay,
of it.
Okay, that works. Okay, sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to stop being so defensive before we can carry on.
Listen.
All right, listen here. You listen here. Oregano is better than what Nicole said. So honestly, I'm gonna have to say that you won. You haven't stopped talking. Your yap has been going. You have an answer for everything. You got to come back for everything. I like it. I mean, yeah, you did a good job. You're a speaker. You're a natural born voice in the room, and I'm glad you can just talk about anything. You got
Well, I have an opinion about everything.
you got charisma.
Oh,
You're a
so-
little tangy boy.
Not too tangy though. Subtle tanginess.
Not subtle tanginess. All right, subtle tanginess. Let's talk to Nicole and see what she feels about her loss. Thank you. Nicole, do you know why
Yeah.
you lost?
You know, I would like to say I feel there's a little unfairness there, in my opinion. Like, I guess I get why I lost, but I don't think oregano is better than Jamaican jerk wings. Jamaican jerk wings has a great flavor, and they have like a little hint of lime to them. And I know you like limes. There's no way you like oregano more than that, but okay.
No.
I'll let it slide. It's fine.
But let's talk about why. Okay, there was a lot of ums and like you looked down a little bit. Like to win this game, it's a new game. There'll be nobody plays this. I'm not
Do
expecting
you guys want me
have
to be like super close like Austin? I'll be like, I'll get real close.
No, we didn't want that.
I'm
But,
trying to keep some personal
next-
space, trying to keep
No.
some distance.
That's fine. That's fine. But next time, be faster. Get ready to talk.
All right.
All right. Thank you guys for watching my live show. It's way over time already. See you guys in class. Appreciate it.